Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick first impressions video of these Merkury Innovations smart Wi-Fi LED bulbs that change color, similar to a Philips Hue setup, or so it claims. So let's see how they compare. All right, first off though, they're currently on sale right now for $5 for an individual pack, or once you go into the store, they sell a 4-pack for $20, so it's pretty much the same deal, but I figured I'd pick up 6. This is the 4-pack of 75 watts, as you can see here. All right, so let's get into the box here and see what they look like. And the first thing we're gonna notice is that they're actually a little bit larger than your standard bulb. So keep that in mind when it comes to installation and where you're gonna place them. Some bulb sockets or decorative fixtures may not accommodate the size of these. And to give you an idea, here's a standard bulb compared to these. And looking at the start guide here, it's pretty self-explanatory. It gives you a QR code to download the app that you need, the Genie app, which will allow you to basically get these bulbs connected to your Wi-Fi network. And then once you do that, you can get it linked to something like Google Home, so that way you can control all your bulbs. Now let's take a look at their colors and how they would compare to something like the Philips Hue, which is a more premium option that costs anywhere between $40 and $50 per bulb, depending on if you can find them on sale or not. For this setup, we're going to use 2 of the Merkury lights and 1 of the Philips Hue lights as a point of reference to compare them. Starting with the default warm white setting, the Merkury lights are just a touch warmer. They're also brighter in this setting. Hey Google, make the lights red. It's hard to tell by the video, but the Philips Hue light is actually twice as bright, and if I focus on it specifically, it should darken the whole image. Hey Google, make the lights green. Now when it comes to green, the Philips Hue light is still brighter by about 50 to 75%. Hey Google, make the lights blue. Blue closes the gap a little bit, but the Philips Hue light is still obviously brighter, which you can see by the way it reflects off the side of the light housing. Hey Google, make the light pink. Now looking at pink, the Merkury lights give a more reddish hue, whereas the Philips Hue light is closer to white with that touch of red, which I would say more resembles pink. Hey Google, make the lights white. And now we get a pretty big contrast between the whites of the Philips Hue, which creates a much cooler white, but this is also probably a firmware update for the Philips Hue, because last year when I was testing these, when I would ask them to be white, they would become warm white, and you would specifically have to ask for daylight for a cooler white. But when you request that with the Merkury lights, this becomes our problem. Hey Google, make the lights daylight. Now this is a sharp contrast because daylight is considered 5700K, which should be a very cool but not too blue bright white light, but the Merkury lights are giving a orangish glow for a mood setting, but I would not consider this any kind of daylight setting. Hey Google, make the lights purple. Through my camera, the purple all seem to be pretty similar, but I would say the Merkury lights are a little more pink, and that Philips Hue light has more red to it, which would give it more of a purple color, but they could both use a little bit more blue. Hey Google, make the lights yellow. And when it comes to yellow, there's also a big difference here as well. The Philips Hue light actually has more green to it, and I actually prefer the yellow hue of the Merkury lights. Hey Google, make all the lights orange. Orange reproduction looks pretty good, and I like the tint of the Merkury lights, but once again the Philips Hue light is significantly brighter. Hey Google, make all the lights blue.
Okay, changing 16.
Blue also looks good. It's deep and a great color for the Merkury lights, but the Philips Hue light is once again brighter. Hey Google, make all the lights bright white.
Alright.
Hey Google, make the lights cool white. Hey Google, make the lights warm white. Again, these are going off voice commands for Google, and you have more control using the app. So I'm sure once they release a firmware update, you'll get a more accurate color representation when it comes to whites and your requests. Hey Google, dim the lights 50%. Hey Google, dim the lights to 10%. Hey Google, dim the lights to 1%. And as you can see here, by dimming the lights, it seems that the Philips Hue gives a more accurate percentage because those Merkury lights stay very, very bright. So you won't be getting those too dim if you're trying to create a very dark mood. This will boil down to personal preference, but one feature I really like about the Merkury lights over the Philips Hue light is that when you turn them off with a power switch, they maintain the last color that you had left them on, no matter how much time goes by. Hey Google, make the lights blue. There are pros and cons to both of these scenarios, so you'll have to determine which use case makes the most sense for you. Sometimes it's nice to use the Philips Hue light throughout your house as a regular light to turn them on and off, or to reset them quickly when you've got a color setting you don't like. But with the Merkury lights, you can maintain a different mood in a certain area. Say for example, a patriotic theme or Christmas lights that you have shining on the outside of your house or even the inside, and you want to get back to those immediately each night when the lights turn on and off. So in conclusion, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to something like a Philips Hue light with pretty decent color accuracy, although not as bright with the colored options, these bulbs are great for getting started with color changing lights. And as long as you're okay with the white spectrum staying as a warm white instead of becoming true white like the Philips Hue, then these bulbs are great for you. And as you can see in some of these reviews, other people felt the same way. So I hope this video helped. If you found it beneficial in any way, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.